Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Ideas Guy. The Kingdom of Might. We are a mighty, mighty kingdom. Mighty Eagle! Victory! I can't stop saying that, I'm sorry. I like it. It's fun, okay? We do have some debt to pay off. We got 100 ducats in debt because I didn't want to miss out on my technology, the scholar bonus. This guy's pretty freaking fantastic, you have to admit. Emperor Victor Jankowski is, he's just a god among men. Meanwhile, Muscovite has occupied Swedish capital. I can't see staying at peace here. I've got to declare war on this before Hungary honors this call. Oh, it's so close already. Damn. I don't like that I have to do this so fast. I really wanted to let my war exhaustion come down and stuff. But if Hungary honors the call, then there goes my opportunity to break up that relationship. I have to do it. We have to make it over... Take core... Which? He's got so many to choose from. There's a fort in Novgorod. Let's make it, let's make it Neva. I'm sorry to do this to you, Hungary. But it needs to be done. That is a level 3 fort, fully maintained. We need to get the Novgorod fort down as quick as we can. On the other hand, Tver is flat terrain and it's a level 1 fort. I could get my siege leader over there with 3 cannons. Which is rather tempting. Let's do this. We're gonna take these guys over to here to stack wipe that guy. I'm gonna do it different. We're gonna take that up to there to stack wipe that, get an overrun. These guys are going to not be able to get to Tver anyway, so that answers that question then. We're going to take regular troops plus 1 cannon with the siege leader to Novgorod. And the remaining troops are going to spread out a little bit and just do some damage. Big chunk of the army is actually going to be out before the end of the month. Georgia just got full annexed by the Ottomans. There's our overrun. We're on pretty low morale right now, and we are losing money now. Due to reinforcement, mostly, and some mercs. And the, you know, other issues that we have. The land leader fire value does nothing for me. Are you actually going to get away? No, 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 no. That's not acceptable. No, no, no. 21st, 17th. Get him. And we made the war goal Neva, so let's leave behind a single infantry. Siege that back. We're going to go back down to speed 3, please. Yes, thank you. And I want to stay centralized right here. Do we try to siege down a level 3 wooded fort? That's a lot of attrition to suffer for a fort that doesn't really matter. I think it's probably better just to keep it blocked and possibly pick up war score from murdering troops that he trains out of it or something. It'll be Tver heading to Karelia, ignoring us. Good. Yep, we can see him knocking out a unit there. He's knocking out another cavalry on August 20th. Perfect. We'll kill that. Ideally with a overrun. Let's take another one of these guys up that way. So we have enough for instant run, an instant overrun. Okay, how are we going to do this? Conquer the White Skin in Vilna. You realize that I have a truce with him, right? Improve relations with Pomerania. That seems great. We'll take that mission. So, in this war, we've got far, far fewer troops. Muscovite has 41,000 infantry. He has merked up a little bit. His force limit, I mean, he has grown so fast and so well in this campaign. He's about to form Russia. I mean, you can just tell. We'll get some loot in Neva this month. We can see one of his armies is over here. Hopefully they stayed distracted with Denmark for a while, but knowing the AI, Muscovite's going to come over here and want to fight me. Meanwhile, I need to do things like get military access through my allies so that my ally, Papal State, can hopefully get up here easier. So let's come back from Poland in a couple days. 1, 2, and 3, and we'll come back from Poland. And we are going to ask for military access through you guys, because you're not in this war. If I have access, then everyone has access, so that's fine. We can also turn around next month and offer them access, just so they like us a little bit better. This unit was popping out on the 20th of August, so we're going to want to be ready for that. If I start my march now, we get there on August the 6th, so we'll take another month of loot. That disaster is at 81%. These cores need to finish. When Cherkai finishes, that is not part of an existing state, right? No. So we can turn that into a state, and then maybe that'll change the numbers around a little bit. Excellent. I'm glad to see this. Yep, he's already locked to that. We're going to go and engage him. Hopefully, he can't get away. We'll see. Yes, 5th. Let's... Yeah, I can't do anything about it. It might be a caught, or it might not be. I'm not sure. You training more men, I hope. Not yet. 4? Lost our statesman. Okay, I'll take a trade efficiency guy for now. We don't really need the Diplo rep. We're not integrating anybody. And did we get him? We did not. Okay. Man, I'm having some serious issues making the nobles happy, aren't I? All right. Well, these things happen. I mean, they've been pissed for a long, long time. Can't go any further. Let's come back. I'll risk giving up some loot to see if we can convince one of their subjects to come try to relieve the war goal and then snipe them. Meanwhile, yes, we're going to make this into a state. The current percent for the nobility is 81%. With this being a state, we get what? 79%. Excellent. So this is a state. We need to complete the core. We will not pay for this yet because we do have war exhaustion and we are not needing it yet. Might as well wait just a little bit. Meanwhile, Siege of Novgorod has been going on for 140 some days. Viktor Jankowski! Holy crap! Okay, they're going to be there on the 29th. We can try to run. I do not want to be the aggressor in woods, so... The problem is that if we don't run, then this army gets wrecked. Sorry, if we don't make it out. I think we have to try to run. It's not showing that there's going to be a battle, but I don't really quite trust it. We'll see. I'm going to be really upset if we get caught. 29th, here it comes. And... God damn it. See, the indicator went away, and yet we still got caught. Of course. That is really, really not cool, game. I feel so bad. Axel rolling 9s. He's trying. Yes, give us the prestige. Come on, Axel. You can survive this. You're not done yet. You've got time yet to fight. Alright, look at that. Axel took out more than he lost. Honestly, that's like the best you could hope for in that situation, considering the game is not fair and totally murdered my troops for no reason at all. We need more supply limit. All right, so we've got Yurkovich, something like that. Bunch of vowels, right? All right, we suffer from this attrition tick. It's minor. It's basically nothing. All right, combat width right now is 24. If I'm engaging, I've currently got not enough, so we need more troops. Do we merc up? Well, we still have debt. Darn it. Can I take out a loan? Or rather, can I borrow money from somebody, some institution, some estate of some sort? I had to do this war, right? I'm not wrong in that way. It was the right call, right? To break up the alliance between Hungary and Muscovite. It had to be done. Otherwise, I'd never be able to attack Muscovite. You just keep on eating everyone that I worked so hard to break up. It would have been horrible. Is he full combat with? Of course he is. He's got cheap troops. He's going to be crazy. So we need to have... Yeah, we gotta take out a loan for this, I think. So I need another... Just 3. I just need 3 mercs. I'm sorry, Bank. I'm so sorry to be doing this to you, Bank. But it happens. Full combat with engagement against Muscovite while we have... Well, I don't want to jinx it, but so long as somebody that you may be aware of is around, I'm optimistic about battles. He may or may not be around for long. We'll see. I'll take a flat train fight with a certain somebody. Who happens to have 10% infantry combat ability paired with our current infantry combat ability, which means we have 30% infantry combat ability, which means we have tons of infantry combat ability. All right, can we get an overrun on that before we do this? Yes, we can. Let's do that. We're gonna take Redick. Yes, we're gonna take the 013 so we get there a little bit faster, and we are going to overrun him before he can reinforce. And then we're gonna cross our fingers that we have a good battle. We also should probably start spying on... I don't know who. We're supposed to be making Pomerania like us, like, a lot? Like 100 opinion? That seems a lot harder to do than I thought. Aggressive expansion 77. So he's a little bit upset. I mean, a little bit. He's arriving on the 12th. We're on the 7th, so it's still going to be an overrun. I think we want 1 more month of recovery so that we are at absolute peak strength. We would be there on the 16th, so it takes me 7 days to get there. Takes him longer than that. If I do that, I get my overrun, and then I'm back here again before the end of the month. Okay, before the end of the month, yes, good. We get our recovery tick, and then a certain somebody whose name will not be mentioned because we don't want to jinx it is going to totally go and do some fighting. So full combat width, we have our advantages. We have a national manpower guy right now. Can we get something more combat related? Sadly, no. All right, well, we'll take that. He is on Tech 7. military. He's only got 2 ideas. He took trade ideas. So no combat ability at all. We've got 30% infantry combat ability. We've got better unit pips because we're high American. Full combat width versus full combat width. We've got more cannons. And we've got a 5-3 versus a 3-1 in flat terrain. This should go well. Cross your fingers. And Victor for victory! Rolled a 5 versus a 0 in the first fire phase. Excellent job, Victor. Backs it up with a 6 versus a 1. And then a 10 versus an 8. Hey, anytime our number is bigger than their number, I'm pretty happy. Look at that beautiful. It says infantry combat ability plus 20, but I mean, he's very clearly infantry combat ability plus 10, so why are we not getting plus 30? Shouldn't it say plus 30? Yeah, that would be a 4.8 war score battle, where we lost like 4,000 men and we killed over 12,000 Muscovite dudes. That was pretty solid. I like it. Good job, Victor, for victory! Made up for the fact that we lost that battle in Novgorod. We had to take out a pretty substantial loan for that, though. And we did lose quite a few men. Quite a few good men. We're ahead of time on military tech, but we're taking a military idea group. But this is a big deal. Do we want to take out war taxes? We're going to be at war for a while, and I think that these points would probably be well worth it. Later on, I'm going to have too many military points. I'm going to go ahead and take war taxes. I almost never do that, but you know what? I think we should. So he is completely not restricted by zone of control at all. I wonder where he's retreating to. There's no chance that he retreated nearby, right? He doesn't think that he's strong, does he? Interesting how I can go here now, even though before I couldn't. Perhaps my vassal didn't have this zone of control enabled yet, and that's why. Glory to us! Well, obviously. Because we're awesome. So, turns out supply is not so great in this area. We're gonna have to split the army up for now. Cores? Can I have some cores completed, please? I just want to fight Muscovite again. I also want to do this. I'm also kind of tempted to go and get the war goal back. Force, please? Force, please would make a big difference in my financial situation right now, because I could probably afford to do stuff. Eastern Militia will be fielded. Excellent. Let's just do that again. Optimism is going to help out a bit with the war exhaustion, but it's not quite enough to get us down all the way to 0. These cores completing is going to make me very tempted to do some more stuff. Do we have any other states? We actually have the state limit right now? No way. Absolutely not. Okay. Oh, right. They're not all done. That's why. Derp. The game's going to tell you how to play the game. Don't worry. It's fine. So how do we get Pomerania to 100 opinion? I am already at my relationship limit, and I don't really plan on getting rid of any of these relationships. We declared reconquest. I'm, like, mostly sure. We did. Muscovite has a lot of rebels. The Great Horde Separatists down there. Nice. His enthusiasm is affected by this. Revolts in Muscovite -5. Kingdom of Vite is making gains. Relative strength of the alliance is actually -12. Holy crap. Wow, he lost a lot of men. A second ago, he had like twice as many, and now he is really down. So, he must have lost my fight, and then these guys must have rallied over here. Yeah. You can see that these are being unsieged now. Both of them. Oh, it's turning on you, buddy. We gotta get started on the siege. We gotta try. Gotta try for it. If I can get Novgorod, that would be great. Of course, he did that. He intentionally picked me off here before. This feels a little bit risky. 30,000 Muscovite troops. There could be some in Kexholm. But if they got routed from here, they should be retreating all the way to the other side of his country. I think we should be able to see him coming. We're making money again, thank goodness. Those what are they called? The war taxes are helping out. Nobility being pissed is kind of annoying. But they're coming back. They're coming back up. Eventually we'll stop having bad events, and maybe they'll like me. We got good numbers on these guys. Not gonna grant an admiralship. And we're waiting on the Protestant Reformation now, before we really do too many more ideas, if at all possible. Although, it is very tempting to continue to work our way up this idea group. That's what I'm afraid of. Yep, right there. That army right there. Do not want to be the defender, or the aggressor, rather, in the woods in this province. But we have to siege this damn fort. I can't not take it. However, this is flat terrain, so if he just wants to come smash against a flat army, I'm gonna go loot the crap out of Neva. We're gonna hang out in Neva. How's my subject doing? Losing money while no army. I feel really bad for all of his debt. I wish I had more money so I could pay it off. Wish I had more money so I could pay off my own debt. Quite frankly. We've got 41-day siege ticks. My god. Local fortifications, a siege defender, siege advisor, luck, power projection. Ugh. Terrifying siege ability. My siege ability is positive. You ever notice how it shows those numbers weird? Like, fort defense. Here it shows green and red, and then here it flips it. Isn't that annoying? I find that annoying. Alright, well, we almost have Kelmno and Podlasi, which will allow us to create more states, which will allow us to make more money, which will allow us to pay off our debt, which will allow us to pay off Novgorod's debt, which will allow Novgorod to train troops, which would be nice. Or we could just integrate them, but it depends. I mean, the war score cost for all of this stuff is probably way too much. In fact, why don't we take a look and see what it would be? All the things that cost 0 dip. Every core that Novgorod has. All of that is 70 peace offer value, only 12 aggressive expansion. That's not even everything. Why is that not everything? Oh, because this is occupied by me. Let's give this to Novgorod. 13 aggressive expansion. That's a lot of Novgorod. Yeah, we could do that and just immediately integrate him. We'll be right on time for diplomatic integration, supported assimilation. Would be quite nice. Probably. I don't know. I think we'll wait and see. Tempted to assault with infantry combat ability plus 30%, in theory. Even though it only says plus 20. I don't know. For now, I'm going to take a break here. I'll be back, though, in the next episode, though, as always. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. See you in a bit.